Hello, hello, hello. It's me again, and now I'm going to talk about an introduction, like how to continue writing the introduction. We started it the previous video, and now we'll discuss how to use the sources you have already found. So we have discussed last time the structure of the introduction, right? So these are the things the introduction consists of. And these two parts, the background information and the problems and the importance of the topic, they're taken from some sources, right? Whereas this one, the first sentence and then hypothesis and aims, you write it yourselves. So the first sentence, when you start the report, you can start it like this. So something like this research is concerned with the comparison of the population, something of Oman and the UAE, or this report what assesses the importance of vegetable consumption, something like that. So that's how you start your introduction, with a general sentence about the topic. And then you have already found some sources, right? You searched on the topic of fertilizers, and now you should use them to write the following two parts of the introduction: the background information and the problems of this topic, the problems this topic is connected to, why it is important to discuss this topic, who is interested in this information, and stuff like that. So I will remind you about the steps, how you use sources in your writing. We discussed it in the video about the in-text citations and synthesis. So you start with finding appropriate sources, right? Reliable ones. Then you annotate them. Annotation means you highlight, underline, write something, find the ideas that you're going to use. Well, basically, it is something like that. Then you choose the information you want to use, of course, while annotating. And instead of copy pasting it, you paraphrase it when you write the introduction. You paraphrase this information. All right. And then when you paraphrase it, you write these parts. You also use in-text citations to show which sources you've taken information from. So that's very important that you paraphrase and use the in-text citations at the same time. And I remind you, these in-text citations should match the sources that are mentioned in your reference list. If you don't remember what an in-text citation is, please watch the video about the synthesis and in-text citations. So what you're going to do, you're going to complete an introduction part. Yeah, you start an introduction with a general statement about the report topic, the phrases we discussed before. Then you look at the sources you have found, you annotate them, and you think which information, like where can you find the background information? Where can you find the background information? Where can you find the information about the importance of the topic? Sometimes you might notice that the sources you found before, they are not enough. In this case, you change the source. Yeah, you find something new, something better, something you can understand and can use. All right? And when you use this information from the sources, you remember to paraphrase it and use the in-text citations. And then after you are done, you add the hypothesis and the aims you have come up with already, hopefully. Yeah, and that's what the introduction part look like.